On a crisp September morning in 2015, 16-year-old Nolan Buchanan awoke with a heart full of dreams, his mind buzzing with ambition after a blissful weekend with his girlfriend. The previous day, Sunday, September 13th, Nolan had joined his girlfriend's family for a serene morning mass, the warmth of their tradition lingering in his thoughts. Later, he spent carefree hours with friends, laughter echoing through their gathering, before a romantic evening painted the perfect close to his day. As dawn broke on Monday, Nolan lay beside his beloved feeling invincible, as if the world bowed to his youthful aspirations. He envisioned himself as a titan of industry, poised to inherit Buchanan Construction, his family's faltering business, and steer it to glory. Nolan dreamed of luxury, cars, a sprawling estate, vast lands, all within his grasp, his future shimmering with promise. With his father's company teetering on the edge of bankruptcy, Nolan believed he could outshine his father's failures and rebuild the empire. Yet fate had other plans. By October 1st, 2015, Nolan's world crumbled as he was arrested at Bonita High School in California. The Dorado County Sheriff's Office took him into custody, shattering the illusion of his golden future in a single moment. Confined to the Juvenile Treatment Center in South Lake Tahoe, Nolan awaited trial, his dreams replaced by cold cell walls. On June 13, 2018, a jury of 7 men and 5 women delivered a verdict after just 2 hours of deliberation. Nolan was found guilty on 3 counts, his fate sealed with a sentence of 150 years, parole possible only after 25 years. The community reeled. Neighbors and classmates remembered Nolan as a model student, kind and diligent, his arrest unthinkable. "He was always so caring," recalled Campbell Ruin, a classmate, his voice tinged with disbelief at Nolan's downfall. To unravel this tragedy, we must step back to the origins of the Buchanan family, where love and ambition first intertwined. Molly McAfee, a vibrant blonde, entered Adam Buchanan's life when she applied for a job at his construction firm. Adam, a divorced single father raising Nolan, was instantly captivated by Molly's infectious cheer and charm. Their mutual attraction sparked a whirlwind romance, Molly's warmth filling the voids in Adam's solitary life. Soon Molly moved in, dreaming of a nurturing family, forging a bond with her stepson Nolan with earnest affection. Their love bore fruit with the birth of Gavin, completing their family of 4, a picture of suburban harmony. To outsiders, the Buchanans seemed close-knit, their comfortable life funded by Adam's construction business. They even owned a vacation cabin in Dorado County, a rustic retreat nestled on 19 acres in Greenwood. The cabin, lacking electricity or modern amenities, became Adam's project, his hands shaping its transformation. The family frequented the cabin, escaping the city's clamor for moments of rustic serenity. But on September 13, 2015, at 10 hours a.m., tragedy struck as the Garden Valley Fire Department responded to a blaze. The wildfire had ravaged 10 acres, reducing the Buchanan cabin to smoldering ruins. Its wooden frame collapsed. Firefighters, sifting through ashes, stumbled upon charred remains, initially mistaking them for a pet's. By 11 a.m., the Dorado County Sheriff's Office was summoned, the gravity of the scene dawning. The coroner faced a grim task. The smoldering ruins were too hot to inspect, delaying examination. As the flames subsided, a sickly sweet odor of burnt flesh permeated the air, chilling the responders. Among the ashes, a human skull and a scorched chest emerged, confirming a human tragedy. Sheriff's deputies scoured the site, noting a Dodge truck and trailer parked nearby, a clue to the cabin's owners. Running the plates revealed the vehicle belonged to Buchanan Construction, Adam's company. The cabin, clearly a vacation home, was 160 miles from the Buchanan's primary residence in Bonita. Detectives hypothesized the victim might be Adam, the company's owner, or another family member. Bonita police were dispatched to the Buchanan home to check on the family's safety. At the Buchanan residence, a white Ford pickup sat in the driveway, an unassuming detail. Nolan answered the door, his expression a mix of surprise and curiosity at the officer's visit. He explained that his father, Adam, had taken Molly and Gavin to the cabin for the weekend. Nolan claimed he stayed behind to tend the house, expecting his family's return that evening. The discovery of 2 sets of remains at the fire site raised alarms, prompting a missing persons report. On September 14th, Dorado County police returned to question Nolan further, seeking clarity. Adam's parents, Howard and Susan, greeted the officers, their worry palpable. They confirmed Adam often visited the cabin for repairs, relying on gas cylinders for power. The absence of electricity and the presence of gas cylinders sparked theories of accidental fire, or arson. By September 15th, the cooled fire scene yielded chilling evidence, a skull fragment with a bullet hole. This was no accident, Sheriff James Peterson declared, the case now a homicide investigation. Forensic analysis confirmed the remains belonged to Adam, Molly, and young Gavin, all shot before the fire. The bullet wound's angles ruled out suicide, pointing to a 4th person at the scene. No weapon was found, despite meticulous searches, suggesting the killer took it with them. Nolan's story resurfaced. He claimed the family left in a Dodge truck loaded with rocks. He mentioned a neighbor growing illegal crops, sparking disputes with Adam, a potential motive. Nolan also spoke of Buchanan Construction's financial woes, debts piling up rapidly. Detectives pursued the neighbor lead, canvassing Greenwood for the alleged grower. A neighbor admitted to a past quarrel but had an alibi, diffusing that theory. The focus shifted to the company's financial crisis, with debts exceeding $30,000. Disgruntled former employees emerged as suspects, layoffs fueling their resentment. A breakthrough came on September 19th during a high school cleanup near the business park. Students found a purse with Molly and Adam's IDs and a .22 caliber rifle nearby. The rifle and documents suggested the killer traveled from Greenwood to Bonita to dispose of evidence. This pointed to a local perpetrator, possibly a former employee with a grudge. A company surveillance camera, aimed at the parking lot, provided a critical clue. Footage showed Adam attaching a rock-filled trailer to a Ford F-150, not a Dodge. Nolan's lie about the vehicle raised suspicions. The Ford was in the Buchanan driveway. Re-interviewing Nolan, detectives probed his weekend activities, catching inconsistencies. Nolan admitted using his father's credit card, claiming he stayed home all weekend. A search of the Ford revealed reddish soil on its tires, matching Greenwood's terrain. Bank records showed Adam's card used at a Taco Bell en route to Greenwood on September 11th. Security footage confirmed Nolan was in the Ford, with 4 drink cups found at the fire scene. Further transactions on September 12th at a bar near the cabin implicated Nolan. Traffic cameras captured Nolan driving the Ford back from the cabin at 3:30 a.m. on September 13th. Additional card uses in Bonita on Sunday morning contradicted Nolan's alibi. Forensic evidence sealed his fate. Nolan's fingerprints were on the rifle. Arrested mid-class, Nolan pleaded not guilty, claiming self-defense against his father. He alleged Adam shot the family, and Nolan accidentally killed him in a struggle. The defense highlighted Adam's abusive behavior, painting Nolan as a victim. Forensic evidence contradicted Nolan's story. Gavin's wound suggested a deliberate shot. Prosecutors argued Nolan killed Gavin alone, then ambushed his parents upon their return. Nolan set the cabin ablaze to erase evidence, then crafted an alibi with his girlfriend. On July 13, 2018, the jury convicted Nolan of 3 counts of first-degree murder. Judge Kingsbury, citing premeditation and Nolan's alibis, sentenced him to 150 years. Nolan maintains his innocence, facing a future where parole hinges on his choices.